The laning phase can be rough. I personally would have preferred the Silas, but I guess into the Sivir, he was a little bit more cautious about the Blitzcrank being hovered, and it's going to be locked in.
Oh my goodness, what a game.
Just like we all predicted, Fiora versus Blitzcrank, you know, in game 3, of course.
There's the hook.
The hook on has to flash.
Yep, that's why I was
Meanwhile,
worried.
in the mid lane, Shanks is just dead. Base1 with a great gank. 3 camps into gank.
The 1v1.
I love this from Base1. It's something we saw from him in game 1 as well. The 3 camps into gank, setting up your laners really well, gets the edge of Ishtal, and then there's really nothing Shanks can do in this situation.
Yeah, and it's just kind of the anti-timing there for Shanks. He had the level of his journey, because I do think it has been truly incredible to see what he has been able to do. As Shanks in trouble.
Knight has the stun proc. Knight, oh, so close with the auto. Shanks disintegrates the Knight.
I'm honestly surprised. Like, I was expecting Knight to just fully ult and commit to that play. Flandre, now the target of a dive.
No impale for Base1, but no flash for Flandre. It does have the ignite, will dash across with the skip and slash. Needle works on, will take him down, but the bailout will bring him back. Meanwhile, on the bot side, we see a great dive onto Bin. AL answer back with a kill of their own, and On didn't come back.
Secures the grubs on the top side of the map. But AL being proactive on the map, it really did feel like, based on how the laning phase was going, that things were just, oh, hang on a minute, Bin.
Bin jumping in onto Flandre here, puts down the grand challenge, and Base1's there to answer it. Flandre, no flash, no hope of surviving. Bin finds his vital and takes his kill.
It was matched, but not by the teleport. You know, that give Bin a bit of an advantage, but he is potentially caught out.
Opts the riposte, has the flash, will flash and then bolt his way away, but the hook from KazaLoLL finds his man, and now the chase continues. Hope opens up with the boomerang blades, will be gifted the kill as well.
That was looking like an extend.
In order to make sure they could make that effective dive onto Bin. He finds himself with a 1-2 scoreline, but still up 400 gold against Flandre.
Does have that gold lead, but in trouble is Knight.
Knight has to try and jump away with the perfect execution and will manage to escape. Has that R2 now, but no real way to use it. Dashes back to the safety of his tower. Base1 on an Elk here to try and protect. Ishtal's impact coming out. Good ultimate from KazaLoLL to stop the channel, but the Impale cannot be stopped. KazaLoLL pulled back and taken out by Elk.
Dying so that his mid laner could live.
That space created by the aggression from the rest of the team. Sivir just has to hit anything, basically, and ricochet through. So I feel like AL are set up for success.
On has the hostile takeover, and he'll use it immediately. Ishtal's impact onto Tarzan, trying to use the shield to survive, but the cease and desist only going on to Elk won't be enough. Elk claims his 3rd kill of the game, as Shanks will be able to secure the Scuttle Crab towards the top side. Base1 still chasing, flashing forward, and pulls Shanks back to the waiting arms of Knight. Shanks has to flash away, dodges the Impale, but Knight's on the chase. A perfect execution might be enough. Knight has to flash the wall. The chase continues. KazaLoLL here once again to defend his mid laner. Exhaust Base1. Hope looking to open up. The stun from Shanks on across the wall won't have enough with the loyalty program. And Shanks will smoke Base1.
He just needed one more auto attack. And I guess he was worried about the cooldown of Shanks' Q that would have finished him off. Bin now supported by his team.
On the hunt coming out from Hope as they look to turn onto Base1. He's caught up. The needle works out from Flandre. And Base1 just went too deep to flash away from On. A rocket grab about to find him.
Both these teams are ready to skirmish. And this time around, it's AL that get the better of the fight.
Tarzan having to flash the Chain of Corruption, turns it back around onto Elk, has that cease and desist and has his team collapsing, but is the shield enough? Meanwhile, Hope and On fighting down towards the bottom side. Shanks comes in with the Tibbers and will kill off Elk. On able to retreat. Bin trying to get
hit Varus and has the 4 early kills.
Oh, a great repulse by Bin.
The idea there being that the silence comes through. Ooh, Flandre now the one.
Yeah, I'm not sure how Flandre gets out of this one. He's already used the skip and slash. There's the Impale follow-up. Knight gets his 2nd. And BLG continue to punch back.
BLG do punch back, but again, it's the towers now. So we saw them get that tower top side low. Flandre finished that off. That's first tower. That was Boots. Now they get another tower. Should be the ones ahead in gold, but it's AL with the over 1K gold lead here. And quietly, Sivir getting very strong.
I mean, if BLG could have gotten this extra dragon, at the very least they could have bought a little bit more time. Though is Knight getting some solo time on the top side of the map. He will secure a tower for himself. You can see that with that first item completed, moving away from the rocket belt and going for a little bit more burst damage, that assassination tool that is super valuable in those 1v1s and on the side lane. Flandre trying to defend the tower.
BLG are going to collapse though. Ishtal's impact will get Flandre into the wall. Hope Hopping on the hunt to try and get Flandre out. There's a chain of corruption follow-up. TP coming in by Bin as they turn all their attention onto Flandre. Bin will take one, put into the bailout, but won't be able to be revived. And now the chase continues for anyone's legend. Beige1 running for the hills. Knight and Elk, can you escape the clutches of Tarzan? Good flash away, cease and desist. Available though for the buys. They continue to chase forward. Hope flashes in, and Tarzan lives. A double for Hope in the end.
BLG committed everything to getting that pick onto Flandre, but it cost them so much.
Beige1 going forward here. Hope once again putting the damage down. Impale was dodged, and the bailout just gives him time to watch him die. Shanks now unstoppable, 5-1 on this Annie.
The spent flash just adding insult to injury there as Beige1 flashed out with that bailout. But the disintegrate
now on anyone's legend.
I will say that if AL do make it through this series, they will.
And you can feel the desperation sinking in a little bit when you're spending flash ult to hopefully get a pick on a Blitzcrank. And he just has the perfect McHale's.
There's a hook onto On. Hope opens up and will take down On. Tarzan jumping forward as well. Ishtar's impact will lock him against the wall, the Impale as well. And Tarzan will fall. Flandre coming in, and there's no one protecting the back line. Knight has to dash away, but Shanks now dominating. Elk snipped away by Flandre. Bin trying to do anything he can to survive. He's forced back. Love the positioning here from On. Waiting to see if someone oversteps. TP behind. There's the handshake. Beige1 looking for the chase here onto Kyle. Good static field will stop the channel. Knight trying to get in from the side. Tarzan shadowing Bin, marking him, making sure he can't get in. The chain of corruption, and Bin is deleted. On next up here for anyone's legend. They'll find two. It's a bloodbath so far. BLG are cooked as AL clean them up. The flash forward from Shanks will find the stun, and the Knight must bow to Shanks. Elk chased away. Nothing he can do. Shattered and bruised. BLG can only watch as AL clean it up.
Ends in disaster.
Yeah, and Hope had base. That's why he was late to the fight, but he shows up with the third item, the Infinity Edge completed, and you knew as soon as he arrived, it was curtains.
The opportunity to get his revenge as AL take that second dragon.
He has barely stepped a foot wrong as this duo have been absolutely incredible.
Percentage, just incredible. The ult goes in.
Look for the cease and desist, and immediately they jump onto Beige1. No real escape for him. Meanwhile, Hope has been caught by On. Knight gets him. A grand in the pocket of Knight. He's found his payday, but can BLG find the fight? Tarzan gets one in response, but Knight answers with another. Shanks is down as Bin will snip him. Flandre trying to fight the 2v1, but Elk still stands! Somehow! For any of that extra healing, Elk can now tank it, and they should be able to get it with those blighted quiver stacks. Knight almost dies. Elk secures it for BLG. Doing the call. Instead, they'll clear out their own jungle. They'll make sure they have the mid lane prio. Baron has fallen off.
QSS, you can see that Kyle is sitting on cleanse right now, so even if he gets hit by the hostile takeover, he can actually cleanse and McHale's, but Shanks could be in trouble.
Shanks jumped on by Beige1, puts the Tibbers down, gets the stun. Knight with the chase. Beige1, the Impale going wide. Tarzan down to half HP, but the Storm Surge just assassinates the Annie. Shanks down now as AL have to defend as 4.
It's an easy execution as BLG find the lone target in a side lane. The damage from Knight was lethal as the Baron is begun.
Kyle was looking for that hook. Gets it onto Beige1. The static field down as well as Beige1 tries to heal up with that shield, but he just can't. Hope begins to open up. Hostile takeover coming out. Vault breaker away by Tarzan. The needle work from Flandre just for the slow.
But the perfect positioning by Kyle there. He hits the hook, he stops the Baron, and an instant McHale's there on Flandre as he gets hit by the hostile takeover. Beige1 lost track of the fact that he could have got hit by that angle, and now Kyle's looking.
Kyle flashes forward, doesn't land the hook. The tower falls as the bailout on Bin would bring him back.
Coming in from Bin, they're looking to contest.
It all comes down to this. You have to feel every hope and every wish for BLG to take it into the lower bracket finals. The arrows are landing. Kyle down to half HP. Knight pops a stopwatch, but he's basically got nothing. Still goes in with the perfect execution, manages to get a kill. The Baron over to Tarzan. On's gonna get shot down. It's Bin and Knight, the last two standing. Tarzan with the GA will be resurrected. Shanks on the chase, the needles for the slow. Bin trying to get away with that lunge, but Shanks has the stun primed and ready. The blast cone from Bin, the bolt breaker from Tarzan riposted. The stun lands, but so does the disintegrate as Bin is being chased. Flandre skips and slashes forward, but Knight's gonna try! And Knight is snuffed out. 2K out of it. AL will want a lot more. Flandre is answering the wave on the top half HP. He does have the TP to rejoin the fight. But BLG showing if they're given a second with that Gwen, she can be deleted.
And that was incredible top side of the map. So we'll see if Bin wants to go over to it or if he's too worried about a potential engage here.
He's going to go. There's the on the hunt immediately. Bow breaker forward. There's a hook back as well. And On is down before he can pop the hostile takeover. AL will turn their eyes towards the Baron and BLG. Are you going to fight this? Base one and Knight stepping in. Elk there as well, but it looks like BLG will give up the Ghost, take the Drake, lose the Baron.
Exactly. You know they're not going to fight it because Bin is on that dragon, soloing it down.
Their way towards that top tower. AL with the Baron at their backs. Shanks going to answer mid-wave. This tower is not long for this world. An inhibitor soon to follow.
BLG just going to funnel down mid, try and keep that wave as far away as possible.
Tower went down. Bin is on the side, but this tower is getting quite low.
3 autos and it's down to half HP. The Chain of Corruption, a whisker away from finding Hope. He does, of course, still have that spell shield and the Mikhails. Flandre takes the tier 2 on the bottom side. BLG unable really to defend as Hope using the Bloodthirster shield will just tank up the tower. BLG not pulling the trigger yet. Have lost an inhibitor tower in mid. Flandre with double cannon minions down towards the bottom side. Bin almost assassinated. The hostile takeover coming out as well as Tarzan dashes in. The pull back onto base one, not the target AR would want, but with Tibbers joining the party, anyone's legend see the win in their eyes.
BLG, they have to get back to base. They need to regenerate their health bars. The Nexus towers are all that stand left as the base falls apart. Bin goes in.
Looks for Tarzan, but Tarzan goes in with a cease and desist. There's still a Guardian Angel here for Bin, but the bailout will bring it back first. On ignited and will fall to Flandre. Knight pops the stopwatch, but might just go pop afterwards. Bin dashing up towards the top side. Knight able to escape for now, but base one is sacrificing himself for his mid laner. Elk gonna go to the GA under the tower, and I don't think there's an Angel listening as Elk is mown down. The LPL is conquered. The LCK awaits. Anyone's legend claim the 3-0.
A dominant series here from AL. All you can say, these players, this team, they keep getting better. 3-2 in the upper bracket, 3-1 in the grand.